Starboard ain't big enough for the both of us.
You're sure right, boy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Division 2 of the CSC Challenger Series, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts here live on USA Darts and Partners Promoting Darts Productions. I'm Sean Green, joined by my partner in comms, the wonderfully amazing Nick Durachi Teixeira. Nick, it is a pleasure to have you here, my friend.
Well, thanks, Sean. I mean, it's always a pleasure to be sitting in here. The A team tonight on the booth, once again, in the booth, on the booth, and around the booth. It's a lot of fun here with Corey Beck and Duane Johannsen. This should be a very interesting matchup because you got Corey Beck, prior champion, now with a mission. Brett Holiday did his part, saying, I'm going to get to the finals. Now he's saying, Corey, you have to get to the finals now, so that way there can be a two-time champion guaranteed. Vice versa, Duane Johannsen, a savvy veteran of the CSC Challenger Series who has had solid runs before and is trying to do so again and get a little bit of revenge on Mr. Beck.
Yeah, Corey got him in the first time around on the winner's side, but Duane we saw him a couple weeks ago, well, kind of saw him a couple weeks ago, play against Dennis Sandin, and Dennis had around the same exact average as Corey heading into this match, and Duane took care of business in that one. So I think that the Wisconsinite's going to have some firepower for Corey, but I don't know, man. It's anyone's ball game tonight.
Well, that's the best part about Division 2, right, is the fact that it's anybody's ball game each night, each week. You know, you see Chris Alexander, the little pelican, going up there, lighting stuff up. And then the next week, you see the next guy going up and lighting up stuff, right? Yeah. That being said, tonight, we already know we got the script back from the PPD writers, and it is actually going to be Duane Johannsen 9-5. He's going to inverse what Corey did.
Well, that's a bold move, Cotton, and we're going to see if it pays off for you.
That's not my pick.
Hold
that's
on.
What the script says.
Hold on. Let me, Will Stewart. That's a bold take, my friend. That's a bold take.
Yeah, how dare you pick something that was statistically backed up? My name's Will Stewart. I eat chicken on a stick at the fair.
So great. He's like, man, that's a bold statement. It's like, no. In fact, it was not bold enough. It wasn't bold enough, man.
Yeah, no, what's bold is him not even being here tonight because he's going over to watch a Teletubbies live performance.
What he did, he was really excited for to score those tickets, though.
He did.
And he's going by himself, which is the weird part, you know?
What's crazy is he really should have known better than to not tell us what the tickets were for or not. Like, because we could just write anything in that blank.
I know for a fact it's for the Wichita hockey team. Yeah. It's like his go-to. I think if he could be the like PA for them, that would be like life-changing, you know?
Maybe he's moonlighting. We don't even know.
Yeah, he's just getting paid to do that instead.
Well, what we do know is that we have some great competitors tonight. So let's talk about Corey Beck here. Nightmare from Midwest Coin, playing at a Legends bar, playing for 30 plus years, averaging a 4.71, which I believe is the third highest right now in Division 2, with a 341 on the also rank list coming into the season. Throwing those deadbin darts, Nightmare 18.5 gram barrels. And normally this is the part where I would say a bunch of random stats I've written down. Sean, take it away.
Yep. So he has 24 9 marks with 2 white horses, 82 7 marks, 118 5 marks in just 69 games played. And I say that because Duane Johannsen has 25 more games than Corey. And you're going to notice the numbers are not too far off from each other in a lot of different categories. But for Corey Beck, first of all, scrappy dart player. He is really tough to defeat. Even late in legs, he can come back. Those 16s, 15s, that is one of his specialties, right? And as the nickname Nightmare, he has to go with Avenged Sevenfold's Nightmare as like his walk-on song, right?
Certainly. It was my go-to choice in Guitar Hero Live, so I understand Corey and I are very similar in that regard. No, I mean, you have to, right? And I had this conversation, not to go fully into a tangent here in the middle of the bios, but I had this conversation the other day that, like, some players like, yeah, I've never thought about what my walk-on song would be. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. Every player should, at some point in time, think this is what my walk-on song would be if I was ever in, like, the World Championships. And Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold, yeah, absolutely should be Corey Beck. I agree with you there, Sean.
Oh man, it's hands down. What's yours?
Right now, probably Ain't No Rest for the Wicked by Cage the Elephant or
Okay.
Hula Gang by Joey Valance and Bray. I'm stuck between those
Nice.
two right now.
Nice. Mine's I Go Boom by Buck Cherry.
That's on brand on multiple levels.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. All right, let's head on over to the Wisconsinite and Duane Johannsen. Heartless, playing for Reds Novelty out of Bullshooter Saloon tonight, which we have seen in the past. And we're going to see if he's actually there or if he's secretly somewhere else. Been playing for 34 plus years. His average is a 4.43 heading into this, 446 on the All-Star rank list. He's throwing those booyah, Heartless, 16.5 gram darts. Heading into this, he has 41 9 marks with 3 white horses. That's quite a bit more than Corey. 101 7 marks, which again is 19 more than Corey, but 108 5 marks to Corey's 118. And that's 25 more games played for Duane Johannsen, which is kind of crazy. So Duane also lost to Corey on the winner side of the bracket, 9-5. We'll see if he can get that redemption tonight, my friend. But I'm thinking that Heartless can play pretty well when he needs to. I also want to point out, and this is just a huge shout out, right? The 4 players left in this are the one in the average, 2 in the average, 3 in the average, and then go way down to about the halfway point. And that's where you get Duane Johannsen. So he is scrapping his way to this 4th place match right now.
Yeah, it certainly is, but that just shows the competitiveness of Division II. It's about who's the better player in that match on the day. Anybody that has ever played in Division II, except for Scott Hanisch, absolutely has always had an opportunity to become a Division II champion, and that's what I love about it. You can tell, Duane just over here putting in the work time and time again. Corey Beck has put in the work in the past and trying to get back. There's a lot on the line here for these guys, especially at this point in the bracket.
All right, so chat, let us know your scoreline prediction. Make sure you hit that share button for us. Let us know where you're tuning in from as well. And Nick, what's your scoreline prediction tonight?
Okay,
I know you already said it.
That was the script. That wasn't what my take is. I am going to lead Corey back here, and I'm going to actually take him in a 9-6 win tonight with 18.5 booms.
Okay, I like that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick something different, just for fun. I'm going to take Corey Beck tonight, and I think I have him winning 9-6. So,
okay.
With 18.5 booms, seems like a good over and under.
Yeah, no, I mean, expert analysis there, Sean. I really appreciate you mixing it up, and so that way we have diverse, contrasting opinions tonight.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I figure when they have the A team going on, you got to get that going. But if you've never watched before, let's go over that format and specific rules of the CSC Challenger Series. These both are the loser side of the bracket. So the loser is out. The winner moves to the 3rd place match. The players play a race to 9, best of 17 legs, all cricket. And you saw that cork that's going to go to Corey Beck to start that match. The loser of the previous leg will start the next leg after that. And if either player is down 3 or more legs, they will continue to go first until that deficit is reduced to 2 legs. That is that PPD player advantage rule. And Nick, if we go the distance.
And we go for speed, Sean.
Those players will cork for starting that last leg decider. Here we go. Let's get off and rolling. Corey Beck with the start.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what we'll see out of both these players tonight because I know a lot of the internet struggled to see the stream of Duane and Dennis Andon when they were on not too long ago. But I can tell you this, it was pretty much one-way traffic in Duane's favor. He did a great job of controlling that matchup. It was very convincing performance. And Corey will tell you, he didn't get the results he wanted at TOC, right? So you're not coming into this with the world's highest amount of confidence by any means. But TOC in a long multi-day tournament with early start times versus a late night at the Legends Bar feels a little different.
Well, boom goes the dynamite for Corey Beck to get us started here in this Division II matchup. Well, first of all, I like the pace of both players. Duane gets on with it with his rapid fire throw. And then Corey, of course, throws at a good pace too. So this could be if this ends up going 9-8, 9-7, this will still be over by like 10:30.
Yeah, so let's just go ahead and strap in, watch some great darts, and have a great time watching these guys light it up left, right, and center. Stephen Hillary in the chat, by the way, saying, should have seen that pile of onions and sauerkraut Nick had on his brat this past weekend. I would like to defend myself for a moment. we had a long night the night before and a long stream day, and Will and I were starving as we had not eaten the whole day. We kept pushing off when we were going to eat and just saying, oh, we'll get through this and then eat then, right? Finally, we had a whole bunch of items selected to order from the brat spot, and then all of a sudden, as Will's going to go put in our order, he says, oh, what time is it? And I said, it's 9:48. And he says, the kitchen closed at 9. So then he goes over there and they had a couple of brats left and this giant thing of sauerkraut and onions sitting out still. I go over there like, well, there's like, we each have one brat and that's it. And I was like, I need to get some calories in. And I did put an ungodly amount of sauerkraut and an ungodly amount of onions. And I want you to know, for some reason, I didn't get another walk around Wisconsin. How with that breath?
Well, I think I know the reason why you didn't get to do that walk again, but big 6 mark. What you've missed during that entire diatribe there, Nick, was some fantastic scoring from Duane Johannsen. Although it doesn't look like he's going to do much there, but Corey blanked on a round and gave Duane that opportunity. Duane 6 marks the 16s, but Corey still out in front with the wedge lead and then also the high ground, of course. Duane should go the Bulls here at this point. Well, maybe not. Options.
Yeah, a little bit of an interesting moment here, right? Duane can go ahead and close a few more numbers. He's at the point, though, where I want you to grab one number and then go on to the Bull type of scenario because you expect Corey to hit the 2 mark, right? Or 3 mark. It's still good closes, though, so who knows? Pressure's on.
Yeah, as Heather Fuller would say, those were sexy darts, especially the double-double there. Was nice, but Corey does get that point lead by a lot on the 7 mark on the 17s, 296 to 208.
Yeah, pushing Duane to the Bulls. Nothing he can really do in this scenario, but it's just like number 1. And we talk about it time and time again with this format. It's not about breaking the throw in the first. It's about getting a 2-leg advantage and then expanding it.
I am so jealous of Johannsen's throw.
Well,
like it looks so easy.
It looks heartless. Looks no effort.
Which, of course, his like walk-on song would be Heartless, right? Like that's
I
feel so heartless.
Yeah, Kanye West. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it is? And then maybe not. I don't know. Is he
separate? Is
that still
from the artist?
Is that still able to? I don't know. Maybe he's back in style now. Corey still looking for 2 Bulls. And he gets it right there. 4.62 to a 3.5 from Duane. Duane's going to shoot a lot better than that, but it helped that Corey jumped out to a really early lead in that first leg. 4.62 for Corey Beck. If he does that again throughout this match, he will shoot below his average for tonight. But a 4.71 playing the 4.43.
Yeah, I wouldn't, if I'm going to have any early alarm bells, he is the type to just go up and chuck him, right? So he's not going to be too worried. Of course, he wants to start off dominant, but I mean, the mechanics look smooth. They're hitting the wires. When you have a throw like that, it's just about finding the feel because that's all it is. It's arm feel. You're not in set position. Eventually, you'll start getting the rhythm with it as well.
Yeah, but that is a tough start there. There's the 2 mark on the 20s going first. And, well, the nightmare is going to start off with a big 7 mark. And you can see brother Chris in the chat giving the clap. Look at this. It's I will say this is one of those situations where most people have picked Corey tonight. That's in the chat here.
Well,
there's been a couple Duanes, but not much.
I mean, that's a lot to do with, again, he's a previous champion of the show, right? And we're just as guilty as this is when we see someone that's been on here before versus someone that's not been on as much, right? Duane's been on here before, but it's been in spots. Naturally, you're going to lean that way, but also the average says that part of the story should be true. As Duane does hit a big 7 mark there, regains control of the leg, and now forces Corey down to the 17s.
Yeah, you want to talk about best case scenario after 3 rounds when you missed the 20s to open, right? To be up in points and have the high ground on the 18s versus the 17s.
Yeah, and again, it's through well-timed shots to bring his average up to a 5 after starting at a 2. That means that he is firing particularly well. Corey's staying in a pretty consistent gear tonight, and that's usually how we find Corey Beck. I just watched him play a warm-up 35-round cricket solo, and he played all 35 rounds and shot a 4.94. And if he does that the whole night, that's great. And it wasn't like 9 mark, 2 mark. It was 5 mark, 5 mark, 6 mark, 4 mark.
That's a 5.0.
Yeah, a quick maths.
Yeah, I had to use a couple of my fingers there. But there is not a steel tips division of this, Nathan. But, I mean, right now we got a whole bunch of Americans and Canadians playing in Hungary. And so that's pretty cool. So that's where our steel tip divisions are located. Eric, how often do Division II players move up to Division I? It's all by average, right? So I would say that it happens. I'd say like a few players at least every season will move up, and maybe a few will move down. It just kind of depends on how that goes. But there's a lot of times where right now John Edwards at the 4.89 would qualify him in the 17th spot in Division I on average. So, I mean, a lot of these Division II players end up with higher averages than Division I players anyway.
Yeah, especially towards the tail end of the season. And just like how we see some Division I players have some very Division II averages towards the end of their season early on, right? You'll see that. And there has been crossovers in the past. There's players that have definitely promoted up and promoted down. It's all just based off your performance leading up to the season lock-in, because they do have a lock-in date whereby you have to have your games in, and that's what your average. That's why these all-star rank numbers that you see in their bios, that's what they had with going into the season. But Corey's looking primed to break through here.
Yeah, this is looking good for the Minnesotan early on in this.
17 last start. No, I don't like the 15. You left a 9 mark on the table. You have to hit that last start. You get a little bit more of insurance policy on the 17.
Well, we'll see if Wisconsinite can go boom. No,
he will not.
I will say that's the one part about Duane's throw that is a little bit. It can cause a little bit of issues, right? Is if you follow that first start by the way that works, it's more likely that you're going to hit. But if that first start does not go where you want it to go, it's really hard to adjust for darts 2 and 3 with how fast he throws.
Yeah, exactly right. And it's about micro adjustments. You don't really do those with an arm feel throw like that. But it also just means if you are finding your first dart, you're going to find the second and third darts so easily with a throw like that. I mean, Corey is more traditional, set position, set mechanics. It has a clear rhythm and cadence to how and where that dart sets us. He is set to go up 2-0 to start things off with a 4.44 there.
440, 444.
Okay.
That was a jingle in Indy for, I forget the company, but that was their number. So I just go with it.
But you know what? Dynamite drop in Sean Green. So I asked Corey a question tonight in the interview.
That's good.
I do. That's my job.
I would hope so.
And I asked him, I said, right now, give your honest review of your performance this season as a player, like where you're at currently right now. Like, what would you say about your performance? Give it a review. What would you give yourself as a review for this season, Sean?
A+. I mean,
and show your work.
I've gotten a lot of predictions correct. My favorites to win both divisions are the king seat holders. I've had a lot of actual scoreline predictions correct too. Even bold takes, like Monday. So bold. So yeah, I mean, and the dynamite call is as good as it's ever been. I think a lot of people think that it's like a recording at this point. That's how consistent
it is. I've been pressing the soundboard the whole time.
That is not true, folks.
That is true. That was also a sound button. That is not true, folks. It's a button I have.
And speaking of which, boom goes the dynamite there for Corey Beck. Finds the 9 mark on the 19s.
Yeah, second of the night. owns all the 9 marks, and Dwayne's gonna be pissed about this. Oh, that's not the word I was trying to say.
Did you say
That's not what he was gonna. That's not what I was trying to say. Oh, he's gonna be upset about that turn right there because he just gave an opportunity for Corey as he goes ahead and pops the 20 immediately.
Just say whatever you want to say, man. I guess this is your show. We're all just here watching along. How did you do that?
My world, you're all just living in it, folks. Okay.
Ridiculous.
My goodness. My apologies for the fruity commentary. Colorful commentary.
What are you doing? All right. Well, Nick's muted himself. That's how this has gone. So full disclosure, folks, he called me earlier, and I got to be honest with you. I was more paying attention to my league match than I was to his phone call. But he asked me if I wanted to work with someone else tonight or if he wanted it to be the two of us. And without thinking, I said us. And I just want to apologize for making that decision for everybody that is watching along with us.
The energy drinks make my mouth move faster, but my brain still moves slower.
All right. Well, Corey's going to step up here, throwing a 6.25 in leg number 3. Nick, let me ask you the same question. How has your season gone for you?
I'm pissed about it. I'm going to be honest. No, great there from Corey Beck. Yeah, that's not a swear. Is it a swear? Is that a swear word, or is that like a on the edge swear?
Like I would be able to, like write kids up for that in school. So
really.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, I'm not looking forward to this referral later. Before I answer your question, Corey back here to try to close up 15s. Going to take all 3 to do so. Best case scenario for Duane, who now has to decide how you want to get out of this situation, right? It's 76 points. A bad number to be down by means you have to have 4 bowls plus the 3 to close. So 7 bowls needed. He has to hit at least 3 before he can consider closing the 18s. He does it there, but I never like leaving 5 bowls. I never like relying on hitting 2 doubles with deflections in mind.
Nick, it's not going to matter.
Unless Corey misses here and then he hits 4 bowls, then you'll feel silly.
Nick, it's not going to matter.
It's going to feel real silly here in a second because that dart's going to deflect now.
It's not going to matter.
All right. And now it's
Corey Beck lead. Makes it 3-0.
All right. Well,
I love how you're muted. Today. You've been muted this whole time. Still,
I've not been muted. Have I?
I can't see your.
Can't see me.
No, I can see you, but I can't see your levels moving at all.
Yeah. Well, the people can hear me.
All right. Well, that's good. That's all that really matters. Keith Williams, good evening, gents. Question: is the Bulls the movie available to view? And if so, how can we watch it? Keith, I can't divulge a whole bunch of information, but I did get a really fun update that is exciting news that I'm sure they will be sharing with everybody very shortly. But that will be happening pretty soon. Let's put it that way.
Nice. Then it's canonical that Sean Green will be a movie star. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I don't think you are. If you thought that like I was, kind of conceited already, just wait. Just you wait, my friend.
There's more.
Because there's a million things I haven't done.
So, to go back to your earlier question, though, about what I would rate my performance, I'm going to give 2 different answers, one for commentary, one for production, because I do feel like they're different enough tasks.
That's fair.
Commentary, we're going to give like a B- after I would have said A+ up until today, apparently. No, I mean, what the trick is with the CSC compared to any other show is that it's just as much about the players as it is about all you guys watching along and the conversations that we all get to have. So that's a big factor of it. And I feel like this season's had some really fun memories, just like any other season has. And Corey Beck absolutely
boom goes the
away.
Dynamite. Another one for Corey. Yeah, he's in fuego right now, folks.
So that part's been great. And I will say there's ups and downs because frankly, I've been coming into matches more tired than I ever have been. And sometimes it's turned out in our favor, and I've gone to it and I said, Sean or Will, that was a great performance. I feel like we did great. And sometimes I go out there and say, well, that was over. Like, that's it. Yeah. But vice versa on the production. I mean, I gotta say, man, I used to take 3 to 5 hours before every show to prepare it. I nowadays like shorten that length through confidence, experience, and lessons learned. And for that, I really am pretty proud of myself there, and I'm really proud to kind of refine the process for the future of the CSC Challenger Series. So overall, it's been a pretty good season in that regard.
Well, that was really long-winded. All I said was A+, and you went on for a huge tangent. But look at Corey Beck trying to go 2 for 2 on 9 marks, and he hits it. Corey Beck, back to back. Boom goes the dynamite. And that was after Duane hit a massive 6 mark, closing the 19s and 17s.
Yeah, a very inspired performance right now from Corey, who is just absolutely raising his game up each leg.
He is making this a nightmare scenario for Duane Johannsen right now.
And to be fair, Sean, one of my answers is not long-winded. That is literally how I talk.
I mean, that's fair. But it was my fault, you're right, for asking the question.
Yeah, you know better.
I should. Every once in a while, I think you actually improve. And then, obviously, what was I thinking?
And now I've gone to a C+ in my commentary ranking.
Cole with my, yeah, that's the quote. That was it. Tim, shh, that's all right. It was close to back-to-back.
Back-to-back 9 marks coming in. No! It's a 7. Duane trying to go back-to-back on the Bulls. All right, I'm done with the back-to-back bit. I've already put it into the ground.
Tim just goes, fair enough. Tim, no, you were good. You're right. You're allowed to call me out for my my misplaced. I was talking about my A+ on commentary, and then obviously that ruined that. 5.48 there for Corey Beck, and buddy, this is not the start that Duane wanted.
No, but Sean, just like it did in their very first match of the season with Bob McCoy, the real McCoy, take that, Tim, and Mike Maloney at the start of the season, is the fact that we've seen this time and time again. Someone jumps to a really early lead this season, 3-0, 4-0 starts, and then by the break it's almost even, and then it's a completely different story in the second half. That has been the rhythm that we have seen. That every other season has something unique going on. 5-2 being a curse was a problem in one season. This season it's been, have you started off with a 3-0 or a 4-0? That's what we've been highlighting, and I'm not going to count anything out yet until the break.
Yeah, and I don't know if you just mentioned this. I wasn't listening to you at all, but Duane did mention that his game has been a little bit of a yo-yo. Is that what you just mentioned?
No.
Okay, so a little up and down, right? And he's looking for more consistency. That being said, he also mentioned how consistent Corey was in their first meeting, and I'm just going to go ahead and say I think Corey's been more consistent so far tonight. And Duane has had some big shots like this. Oh, that's so unlucky on the second dart. But has been unable to like keep it flowing, you know?
Yeah, it's certainly the case. Sorry, I wasn't listening to you, Sean.
That's fair. Nick asking, does Corey get to move up to Division 1 next season? Well, anyone can move up to Division 1 next season. It's all by averages. So there's not like a regulation or relegation. There it is. I was like, the regulation's not right. Relegation or promotion. It's nothing like the Premier League of football.
Yeah, no, it would be, and again, that's something we've talked about a lot, but I think we like the idea of the fact that, in theory, if 64 people had higher averages than the last 64 people that played, we could have an entirely new like cast each season, right? The idea of who drops in, who drops out, who qualified, who didn't. Like, for instance, I mean, like we talk about like past names that we were really excited for that had deep runs that weren't in the season, like a JC Martinez, for example, is a call out there, right? And you'll see these players kind of fluctuate. Now, Jeremiah Millar was a dominant force in the early CSC Challenger Series. Division 2, I mean, talk about Jeremiah Berger as one of those guys that always did good runs.
Well, I mean, I'm just looking right now at some of the Division 1 invite players, and there are quite a few Division 2 guys. Dennis Sandin, Brad Gollin, Corey Beck is actually on that list. Brett Hollanday is on that list. All these guys were Division II players last season, right? And the big name that I'm seeing new on this list is Jason Watt. All 6'8" of him is on track right now for season 10. And I'm excited to see some of these names on Division II, like Corey Steinbrink, who we saw come alive at TOC this year. And man, a lot of great players in both divisions, but the lowest average right now that's qualified is a 4.34. And Duane might get his first leg on the board. Needs 3.
Yeah. This is the best chance he's had at a leg win. Can he go ahead and convert? Needs a double and doesn't get it.
Oh, man. Corey for a 5-0 lead.
And I talked about the curse of 4-0 and 3-0. We saw these big runs early on, but 5-0 is when we're starting to get into the amount of perfection you need is very hard to follow.
Yep.
And Duane, I mean, he's half a mark off the beat right now. 3.97 so far to Corey's 4.79, which is right on the beat. So that's what we're seeing is consistency in the wrong kind of ways. It's not that he's off the margins. He's consistently off the margins. He's having great timing and then completely wide turns. And I don't know if it's this the extra half second to focus in, or if the darts themselves are just arguing with them, or maybe it's just those dang old poker players. But it's something like that has to change.
It's always the poker player's fault. We can blame them.
Porky told me.
Fun fact though is that I would not probably be a dart player if it wasn't for free poker at the bar that I used to go to, because it went from there to walking over to those dart boards for the first time. So I just saying, shout out to any of those poker guys that walk over to those dart boards afterwards.
Well, there you go. Hopefully they do. That's the point, right? That's the goal.
Yeah, I would like to see the problem with the PDC having a cricket like competition is how do I say this nicely? A lot of them don't know how to play cricket at all. And it's because they don't play it. They call it Mickey Mouse darts or ticky tacky. And yep. So I don't think that they'd be down for that type of thing either. We would love it as Americans. It's like if we had a PDC event that was just all cricket over here, oh man, that would be insanity in a great way. Oh, look at that. We got to see Corey almost throw that round. Oh no. Uh-oh. Folks, Corey might be throwing so well that he's breaking the camera system over at Legends. All right, we're good. We're back. Whew.
And that is something that would have made Nick from season 1 cry and panic, and Nick from season 9 just stared at his computer until something happened. And that's progress, folks.
Amen.
There's no way Corey comes back to win this leg after Duane having a multi-number advantage and Corey's so start, right? There's no way that that's in the cards right now.
There's a way. And it happens if something like a 3 mark comes from Duane Johannsen right there. It allows Corey, even if he hits the 2 trip 16s, I think you take a look at the 17s.
There's an argument.
I know you're going to be down in points, but I like it. Oh, he went for a dart 2.
Interesting.
So he definitely was, yeah.
Don't like it as much on dart 2. And here's the thing, right? Is I like where your head's at there, Sean. If you hit the 6 on the 16s, then you can shoot the 17s. You're forcing your opponent to throw a 4 mark, and you can try to take it back on the bulls there on a 4-3. That's the idea. Now it's an even better position because now he can go ahead and hit the 6 and actually have a tied score game.
Yeah, I loathe that 3rd dart from Duane. That should have been at the 17s all day. I know. And I mean it too, because he might get away with it here. And what I mean by that is he's gave himself like a little 1-2-3 shot. He wants to take it, but he's got to hit that first dart. And he did not.
And again, like, that's a great recovery from Duane, but it's the random work to do, work not to do moments, right? He's going up there and he's starting off excellently in legs or finishing towards the end excellently, but there's these just random dips. And I don't know if sometimes it's shot selection, sometimes it's confusion. Here, the shot for Corey Beck, again, he's banking off the fact that that Duane's going to take all 3 darts, but I don't like it as much because now it's 5-3. So I don't like the math quite as much here.
And it is not going to take all 3 darts. Now it's 5-2. So you said, is there a way? There is. It's 5 bowls.
There is, in fact, a way. If he hits these 5 bowls, if I'm Duane, I'm thinking mercy rule. Like not actually, but like it would hit in the soul. It's not going to happen. And Duane needs to just close his leg, forget about the rest, and get one more leg going into this break. Get a little bit of momentum in his direction.
Because it is PBD player advantage rule, so he will go first in the next leg. If he closes out this one, oh no.
Oh, you just can't afford to do that. And he knows it. He knows it. And now Corey Beck can just go up here and put in the 3 bowls.
Oh, that's well, that's a bit of a blocker too.
Okay. How do you find the double? Yeah, you can't.
Yeah. No, he would have had to step over really far. And you can see
get on one knee. You get on one knee. That's my answer.
Still one of my favorite people to watch ever in the background of live streams is Corey's daughter. She is the most like, it's almost, Taylor Thaxton posted a video last week of like the close up of herself at TOC, like cheering on her partner. Like that's pretty much what Corey's daughter does in the background. It's great.
I absolutely love it. I love being enthralled and locked in as an audience member. And seriously, go sit down and support your friends. As Duane just gives it to the other direction there. And you can see the frustration. He felt it. But go and support your friends. If you're out of a tournament, go sit down and sit in your friend's corner. I always operate the philosophy, unless it's like something like the CSC where, yes, get loud, get cheering because it's a remote scenario. But if you're ever at a tournament, operate off the philosophy of be seen, not heard, right? Go out there, support your friends, cheer for them, give them a little bit of noise when it's necessary. And besides that, give them someone to lean on the corner because you can really feed off that as a player.
Well, I don't know if you saw that there. Corey did the right thing. He closed the 5s that Duane had opened up. Problem is that now Duane, boom goes the Wisconsinite. His first 9 mark comes at the 7th leg of the evening, and it comes at the right time. He's really now in the driver's seat to make this 5-2, and 6-1 has happened once. 5-2 has happened multiple times. That can definitely happen, and the way that we know Duane, if he starts hitting that first start, he could start rolling here.
Yeah, and it's all about following up good turns with good rounds there. So, yes, obviously a 9 followed by a 4 sounds like a big difference, but that's fine because your goal is to average in the 5s tonight. So, if you hit a 9 mark and then a 4 mark and then a 5 mark, I mean, you don't have to hit 9 after 9 after 9. The problem is when you hit a 7 mark followed by a 0, right? And that's the type of stuff you need to focus on minimizing. And the way you focus on minimizing is just by having that confidence that you're going to hit what you're aiming at. When you're an arm field player like Duane, it's all confidence. It's all moxie.
Well, he definitely has confidence. He's going at those doubles hard when he has 1 mark on the number, but he's doing it in a responsible way so far. He has not gone outside the double once. Corey, though, another triple away. Oh, that ricocheted right off there from really getting back into this leg. We'll see what happens, though. Early, anyone's ball game.
Yeah, you'd still tip towards Duane, but just by the way the match has been going, it's too early to call. Every single time Duane starts off great, or at least puts himself in a great position, and you think, okay, Corey's in a tough spot. All of a sudden, Corey's back into it. That has been the rhythm of tonight, and Corey's been winning the close legs towards the end of them. That's the big difference, and that's where the conversions have been happening. And also on top of that, I mean, again, the averages are telling a story right now, and they're telling a story of a 0.73 difference.
Which is a huge difference in this division overall. I mean, heading into this, they were
0.3 and some change.
Yeah, like right there. Next season right now, the difference is 0.26.
Yep.
.263 between 1 and 32 of Division II on track for next season. Big 5 mark there from Corey, gets that point lead back. Doesn't close the 20s though.
Yeah, the shot order was just peculiar. Once again, 5 points of down. You had 1 dart to close. Instead, now you're going to cert the 17s. You left yourself a 7 mark trip for single. But it was just a very interesting. Corey's definitely, I think, playing with his advantage a little bit, and I don't think in a bad way. I think he is just cooking up in the kitchen right now. But this time, will opt to get that close there now with a 14-point disadvantage.
Yeah, he's done what he needed to do there. We'll see how Duane attacks. He does get rid of the 17s. I don't know. We'll see.
I would have gone to the 15 myself. Let's see if it matters. Because the 4 mark gets you reset. And it because of 14 points, you can switch to the 15. You don't have to overcommit. But he's going to. That's a good shot.
Most people get blocked out on the 16s when that first dart goes high. He has always been able to find at least 1 treble with that as a marker. And I don't know if it's because of the way he shoots, but that was a great shot from Duane.
Yeah, now it's play for the 4 bowls or tap out the 15s. Pick which one you want more. Awkward spot might switch.
15s.
Yeah. That's just it's just a dart that's in not a good position. So you can see the logic there. Now it's 3-3 on the bulls. So this has been Duane has not hit 3 bulls when needing 3 bulls once yet.
Oh, but he does right there in 2. And 4-2-4 enough to win leg number 7. So Duane gets 2 on the spin. He will still go first the next leg in leg number 8. But Nick, so far, the storyline has been Corey Beck 5 straight, and then Duane's starting to scratch back a little bit.
Yeah, it's still not over for Duane Johannsen, but at this point, Corey Beck's thinking, I just need to play smart, and I will get that win tonight. And Duane's thinking, I'm going to do anything to prevent that. And we're going to figure out how that plot line finishes up. But first, let's go ahead and take a moment here to hear from our wonderful interviewer and these wonderful players. And we'll be back in just a moment. Don't go far, folks. Join here for week 8 of the CSC Challenger Series. It is time for the 4th place match. And today I have Duane Johannsen here with me. But before we get into it, Duane, what bar are you playing at tonight and what vendor are you playing for?
I'm shooting for a Reds Novelty, and I'm playing out of Bullshooter Saloon out of Milwaukee.
Well, I love to have you on here as we're getting deep into the season. In fact, this is the 4th place match. Did you have the expectation that this is where you'd be going into the season?
I had actually no expectations. I was just here to shoot.
Well, you've been getting the results because now tonight you have prior champion of the CSC Challenger Series, Corey Beck, in front of you. What's going to be your game plan tonight to come out on top?
To shoot better than I did last time against him, because I played him previously on the winner side.
And what was the result of that matchup? Like, can you tell us a little bit about it?
He won 9-5, and he shot really consistent. I was like a yo-yo.
And then, of course, let's say you win tonight, you beat John Edwards, and then you go on to beat Brett Hollanday, right? You're in the finals and you get the title. What would you use that $2,500 for?
I don't know, man. You're asking a lot to get through 3 really, really good players right now. I don't even know. I'm not even thinking about that because, man, the hill I got to climb is,
Certainly a tough one. So is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
Yeah, I would like to thank my wife and son for, supporting me. Booyah Darts for being with me for 5+ years now. Appreciate that. Bullshooter for letting me shoot there. Buzzard's Nest for being my home bar. And everybody else, I hope I don't forget anybody.
Well, we are excited to see you on the main stage tonight for a very tough matchup, and we're looking forward to seeing who comes out on top. So, Duane, we can do nothing but wish you the best of luck.
I'm Duane Johannsen. You're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
Enjoy 15% off our October Dart of the Month special, the Target Japan Black Mark Dragon 3.0 darts, all month long, and bring your game to the next level with its fierce design and performance. These darts feature a front-loaded barrel with tons of milling and knurling that mimic the rough scales of dragon skin for different grip reference points throughout the dart. Finished with a sleek black coating, they'll fit right into anyone's dart collection seamlessly. As a bonus, the entire Target Japan Black Mark series will also be 15% off this month, including the Heracles model, which is currently one of our top 10 best-selling darts. You can also get a chance to win your choice of a Target Tacoma shell dart wallet in the color teal, purple, gray, blue, or black with our monthly raffle. How do you enter? Just purchase our October Dart of the Month special and you'll automatically get entered. The giveaway ends November 1st, so don't miss out on your chance for free stuff. Tap the banner on our homepage at atozdarts.com to shop the Dart of the Month, and don't forget, we ship internationally. Best of luck to everyone.
Join here for week 8 of the CSC Challenger Series. I'm joined by Corey Beck once again. And Corey, before we get into it here, what bar are you playing out of and what vendor do you play for?
I am playing out of Legends Bar, and I play for Midwest Coin Concepts.
Well, you're in the 4th place match going up against Duane Johannsen. It's been a pretty good season so far, but I want to take this moment to do a little self-reflection. How do you feel like your season's been going, and how would you review your performance?
My season's been going okay. You know, it's some ups and downs, but all in all, it's pretty okay.
And of course, with tonight, you got that 4th place match against Duane. What's going to be your game plan to come out on top?
Well, hit my triples, I guess. So that's the plan. 9 marks, if I can. No, I don't know. I'm gonna do the best I can. You know, Duane's he's a good player. You know, our scoreline last time did not reflect his play. So I know he's more than capable. You know, try to not break his throw when I can and hold my throw, I guess.
And then, of course, looking at the end of the season here, right? Let's say you get through tonight, you get through John, and you get through Brett. What would you use that prize money for if you come out on top?
Oh boy, maybe another run of barrels. I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't really thought about it a lot, I guess.
And is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
Yep, I would like to thank Dead Man Darts. I would like to thank Brett and Gina at Legends Bar, Midwest Coin Concepts, and mostly my wife.
Well, we're excited to see you take the main stage once again, Mr. Beck, as we're going to see who moves on to the 3rd place match, and we're going to wish you nothing but the best of luck tonight.
My name is Corey Beck, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
Welcome back as we return to the action here in Division 2 of the CSC Challenger Series. Ooh, I found it. Sean Green joined by Nick Teixeira. Nick, great interviews. First of all, I love the fact that both gentlemen were a little bit off center in the same exact way. I thought that was hilarious. And then secondly, and more importantly, the fact that Duane Johannsen was doing his interview in front of those Cougar Valley boards. Those are some old school, amazing Indiana State. Like, I loved those things back in the day.
I have probably spent more time. If there's one opponent I played the most in my career, it's Honest Ernie. Like, that's the one I've definitely thrown the most darts against. I had one of those in my house. It was a gift for my, I want to say 18th birthday, maybe 17th birthday. For my dad. He got it for the house, and it was just as much a gift for him as it was for me. But I can tell you, I played on thing every single day to the point where we had to set restrictions of what time of day or not to play on it, because his bedroom was directly behind where the dartboard is positioned in the living room. And man, I love those boards.
I'm about to say, that sounds like a him problem, not a you problem.
He got the board. I didn't do it.
Well, as we pop up the score line here at some point, the score is 5-2 in favor of Corey Beck. Corey, though, not getting the start. Duane's won the last 2 legs with the throw. This is the last leg he'll have to throw if he wins this one. But has anything surprised you so far, my friend?
I mean, no matter what, any CSC match that starts off with more than a 3-leg difference at any point, it should always be surprising because, again, that's not the expectation. Maybe round 1 of Division 1 when you have a 5-5 going against the 4-8, that can happen. You don't expect that at the 4th place match of Division 2. So that's obviously a surprise. But secondly is, yeah, we are just getting a very different Duane. Duane last week, I shouldn't say last week, right before TOC, going up against Dennis Sandin. Again, I know a lot of people didn't get a chance to fully watch that match. I sat there and watched it. It was convincing. It was impressive. And Duane obviously had to have been to get to this point. I'm surprised that he hasn't shown more signs of that, as every single leg played tonight, Corey has been the higher average, even the 2 in which he lost.
Well, you can see his misses is consistently to the right, or to the left, excuse me, as he misses all 3 of those in the 7. And in the previous throw, he actually had to step over to drill the trip 19. And this is a situation where Corey, just being consistent, right, is going to be able to take control of the leg. And Duane's had some big scores, right? He has only 108 5 marks. He has 45 9 marks. And that should tell you a story, right? That he has so many more 9 marks than you would expect him to have, and so few 5 marks to what you would expect him to have at this point.
Yeah, exactly right there. As I believe, if I'm not mistaken, hasn't Corey hit every single 9 mark tonight?
No, Duane has 1. He 9 marked the 20s.
That is right. Yeah, it's still 4-1 and 9 marks tonight. Very low on our 18.5 prediction there, Sean, that I told you was silly, and it was a bold pick.
Bold.
Bold.
Look at this. Oh, good 7 mark from Duane. Gets himself back in the driver's seat. But the consistency of Corey can really pay off, except for the 1s. Aren't going to really help that.
To a lesser extent, this is having some parity, though, to what we've seen with Brett Holiday, John Edwards, right? Where it was still one side controlled the match. John had some flashes in the pan that were great, but obviously not to the standard of his whole season. Right now, if you're John Edwards, what are you thinking watching this match, John?
Man, if I'm John Edwards, first of all, let me get into that mode of just coolness. Hold on,
It's a big ask for you.
All right. So, man, I don't really care who wins this. I just want to see a good battle. And plus, listen, being from Iowa, I'm just here to have a good time. And anything that happens, I'm just going to take it and run. I have the higher average. As long as I throw the higher average in my match next week, I should be able to get the job done. And listen, I'm here to play spoiler against those Minnesotans. That's my whole goal, is to make sure that we don't have a repeat Division II champion yet. But I don't know. Duane's fighting back here, and that's a good statement.
Well said, John.
Hi, McManimal.
Hey, you reminded me, as it looks like Duane will be getting his 3rd leg on the board tonight. But when I was driving to and from TOC from the Illinois area,
don't say
I've gone on this rant a few times. We don't need Iowa. We just don't. Like, I know I've met John Edwards and a few other people that are wonderful people. There's great people in Iowa. But that state, there is like nothing going on. Like, there is nothing. I drove by and all I saw was corn and the world's largest truck stop. And I'm convinced that was it. I don't think people live there, Sean. We don't need it.
Hey, John's watching along. Look at that.
He said, yeah, what he said.
I knew I was going to be able to get it. I just had to channel my inner John. And once I realized that my inner John did not care about who was going to win tonight, it was easy from that point. Yeah, I've actually never had I'm sure I've driven through Iowa before. It's tough to remember something like that because it's so forgettable. But it's probably similar to driving north in Indiana. A lot of cornfields, not a whole lot of sights. It's just kind of a nice, easy little trip there. Corey needs another double, and he will not still have it, but it would have gotten closer. Duane will win this leg 5-3.
That's how points work, Sean. You're so right.
And that is true.
Stuff.
It is Slipknot's birthplace, Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no. Unbelievable.
There's no way.
There's a way.
No way.
There's a way.
There's no way.
It's definitely happening now. This is gross. Oh no. 6-2. And that was 3 in the black that Corey just hit too at the last start. 6-2 lead. The Wisconsinite gave one away right there. And that might be the big one.
An absolute must-win leg from that position. You win that position if you're Duane Johannsen 95, 96% of the time. I don't know if it's just a little bit of the stream pressure because he knows tonight the cameras are working compared to last week, or I don't know if that's a factor. If it's just one of those nights like you said, he mentioned the yo-yo darts. It could be a case of that, but in either case, whatever it is, you need to get those demons off your shoulder and the monkey off your back and just throw darts like you normally do, because he's a talented player that is having some struggles tonight.
Mike, you yelled at Duane, I guess, as the child, because Duane missed all 3 darts at the bowl. And that's how that happens. And you see him get frustrated and go to the close in the 19s. I understand it, right? It's hard to not get in your head after the last leg. But you got to get past it, because Corey's still 3 legs away from winning this thing. There's still time.
Chat, I would like to say, you know what? There's a lot of reasons you guys are bringing up about Iowa. None of them great ones, but you're bringing up reasons. So let's all agree there's over almost 400 people watching across the different platforms. Can we get rid of Delaware? Does anybody here care about that? Anybody? Just one.
Hi, I'm in Delaware.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, we can get rid of that. Yeah, it's from Wayne's World. Party on, Wayne.
Oh, I do like Wayne's World. I'm surprised I didn't get that one.
Justin, I'm just going to go ahead and accept that one, because that seems like the only reason why Duane missed that. Well, it had to be some sort of jinx of some kind. And Nick did say that. So if there's one person that does jinx things, it's going to be Nick.
It's my biggest skill.
I'm going to go on a tangent here real quick for no reason, but
go for it.
It's because McMahon mentioned Slipknot. So I love those types of like bands or videos that where, they are the opposite of what they seem like. Right. And Slipknot is one of those bands for the most part. Corey Taylor is hilarious. But they did a Whitney Houston challenge video of all the band members, where like you try to hit the beat at the right time. And it's hilarious. Just the fact that they just have fun with it while they're all masked up and everything. Like it looks like they're about to go on and perform, and they're just doing that right beforehand. It's just so great. Nice. Funny videos.
I love that.
Shut up, Nick. All right.
Okay.
Let's go back to Corey Beck.
Hey, all I could think about the entire time you were yapping there, Sean, was the fact that not one person defended Delaware. All right, not one. There's 50 states and 400 people, and not one person's like, Delaware is my state.
Duane just hit 4 bulls, and if you don't think that's going to make him upset, then I don't know what to tell you. That's going to make him more upset. 5.82 from Corey Beck, and is now 7-2 lead for the Nightmare.
And Duane in the same gear tonight at 4.02. He is just not clicking on his normal level right now. And that's going to be what's most frustrating. It's not about the one bull miss at the end of the leg. Yes, that sucks. Yes, that will probably be one of the points that say that this is where the match felt lost. But that's not the problem. The problem tonight is that he just hasn't been able to stay in that gear, because every single leg, if we look at every single one, he's had his highest leg at a 4.57 and then a 4.5. Every other leg has been 4.24. 3.5, 3.67, 3.64. It's the fact that he hasn't been able to shift right in to where he needs to be. That's what's eating at him right now. He knows what his dark game is feeling like right now, and he knows what he can do.
And we also saw in the interview, right, that he knew he had to be more consistent tonight. And he is obviously not doing that right now.
And it's tough, right? I mean, you look at a player, 34-year career, looking at Duane Johannsen. He is an expert player and has years of experience, has plenty of success stories in that CV of his. But that being said, it doesn't matter all the time about years of experience. Sometimes you're bound to have a match like this. It sucks to happen in the fourth place match, but if anything, I'm glad it's at this point of the season. As tonight, the loser walks away with $600. That's a good consolation prize, while the winner's guaranteed at least $1,000 in a matchup with John Edwards, who Sean Green does a shockingly good impression of.
I mean, I don't know if it's actual good impression. I channeled my inner John there. I don't remember what you were saying, but it sounded good, and I was going to make a comment off of that, and then you kept talking, and
the
it ruined
34
it
years
for
of
me.
experience, accomplished
Yes.
CV.
Can you imagine? He started playing darts in 1991.
I can't.
Isn't that crazy? Like, you were not close to being born yet.
7 years.
You were
away.
8 years away, right?
7. 98.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess it depends on when the birthday is versus when
True.
When he started. But yeah. Justin, we can't say those types of comments out loud, but it's a good one.
But I can. No.
Oh God. Yes, he can. He's already cursed tonight, so might as well.
Oh man.
Of course, I don't know if you heard me when you said it. I actually said it back. I said, "Did you say?" And then I said pissed back. So
I was too overwhelmed on what I just, because I really, as soon as I said, didn't mean to say that word. Like, it's immediately as soon as it happened. Yeah, this
Corey's
is
marching
class.
along once again. Yeah.
It's hard. It's so hard when you're having a match like this. And I can tell you, from a way lesser scale, in the sense of like, you know, the like levels of individual match importance. But I can tell you what I was playing on the Siege forever ago now. That was 3 years ago, which is crazy that it's been that long. But 3 years ago when I was playing on there and I was down in a race to 8, I was down at some point like 5-0 before I got that first leg on the board. And it starts to get a little nihilistic over there. It starts to get a little, either every dart is frustrating and you're dying on every dart, not even living and dying. You're just dying on every dart. Or you can do the other opposite of just laugh it off and just see what happens. And sometimes you can really rally on a moment like that, but it's not the case right now.
Yeah. Let's go through my Siege experience real quick, because I am definitely in the same boat. I have lost 3 out of 4. The one that I won, we won 8-4, which was great. The 3 that I lost, I won a combined 1 leg in those 3 matches.
Yeah, that's fair. I've won 1 leg in my 1 match, and then one attempt at commentary, which I would like it to have an attempt again at both of those things.
I don't know about commentary.
That's fair. Probably have gotten worse, actually. Worse habits.
I mean, you curse more, that's for sure.
Keep it
Corey
colorful,
to make it 8-2. Oh, he did a little walk it.
He smiled about it too. He felt it. And that one was plain old unlucky.
You got Dikembe Mutombo on the 3rd one.
I don't know who that is.
No. He's one of the greatest shot blockers in basketball history.
Mandula and Mangata, ham and cheese frittata.
And this is what I have to deal with, guys. This is why.
If one person in the chat gets that reference, you'll get a free dart jersey from me right now. I swear, I'll send one right now, because none of you got that reference.
It's from YouTube.
No.
Ah, oh, dang it. That was the only thing I had. Corey makes it 8-2. Duane shot a 2-5 in that one. Is this is he about ready to make this thing over? Is that kind of what we're feeling here?
You guys can say you did in chat. If you don't tell me the reference, you don't get it. Like, you don't just get like a point here. I'm just saying. Yeah, no, this at this point, Duane's thinking, I'm ready to go ahead and pack it up, watch back the tape, throw some angry darts at the Cougar board, and get ready for the next season. That's kind of where your head's at.
Mad Dog said Lion King, which would have been.
I remember that part where Mufasa said ham and cheese frittata. I forgot about that, honestly.
Boom goes the dynamite to start off for Corey Beck. He goes white horse. And the gentleman is getting really upset who just got out of poker. Probably got rivered.
Nah, they'll do it to you. The whole table is so upset. Look at them. They're all leaving. Guys, there's this person named SheMX on TikTok that's was a scientist that's trying to quit her job to become a freestyle rapper, and that's where that came from.
TikTok was my second guess. We will not be at the Waterbury Open. We're not trying to get our PGA Tour card. Happy Gilmore is the previous champion of that one. Yeah, Garrett. Duane is definitely playing with Pokey's favorite poker players. And it might be a curse, but we can't really say that about Bullshooter Saloon because it's a great place.
Did I accidentally water boy somewhere in there?
I doubt it.
Look
at this, 7-3-3.
Yeah, this is class from Corey.
7-3-3.
Hey, he's trying to tie the knot on this thing right here, right now, and get himself a match with John Edwards. And if I'm John, I'm thinking back to looking Brett Holiday in the eyes at their in-person interview at CSC where Brett said, "I want to win against John, and Corey's going to come back to the finals." If I'm John, I am throwing that dartboard a little extra hard right now.
I guarantee he's just chilling.
It's one thing to potentially lose in the third place match. It's another thing to have Brett Holiday be right. And Corey Beck moves on to the third place match. And Duane Johannsen will be bidding adieu here in this one. As you can see, just a frustrating finish there. At the end, you can see him give a little wave there. Yeah. But man, oh man, Corey Beck, it was still class performance regardless with a 7.0 to really finish that one up.
Yeah, I mean, well done from Corey Beck. He did exactly what he needed to do tonight to get the job done. 5-0 start, lost 2 on the spin heading into the break, and then routed off 4 straight after the break. It was an impressive display from Corey Beck. And John, he's not going to be bothered by it, right? He's fine. He's ready to go. The Giant Killer is going to have to kill off a couple Minnesotans if he wants to take down the title. But Corey and Brett would love nothing more than to be playing the finals at Legends Bar together.
Certainly. I mean, how could you not want that if you're them, if you're a fan of them, or if you're just a fan of like a great match, you're going to cheer for a lot of that. But what you're also going to cheer for is John, because John has had the highest statistical average. He's had the highest point in his game, and he wants to prove that there can be another new champion each season of this show. As tonight, Corey finished with a 4.94, a scarily good performance there from him. And that's the type of performance that he's going to channel against our third place also contender, John Edwards. And Duane, they're finishing at 3.93. Again, one of those matches you're going to write off as saying that was just not my night. Darts weren't clicking the right way, and I'm going to figure it out for the next one.
Yeah, listen, can't tell you guys how much we appreciate you tuning in with us this evening. Make sure, happy October. A to Z Darts is featuring the Target Japan Black Marquee Darts for 15% off all month long for their Dart of the Month special. You might just get spooked at how irresistible these savings are. Just head on over to their website and tap the banner to shop all deals. And Nick, man, I'm telling you what, we don't even need Will anymore. Like, let's just cut him out. We have more fun this way anyway.
Can I tell you exactly what Will said tonight about our commentary, Sean?
Did he actually comment on it? He commented on our commentary?
I guarantee you he's not even thinking about us right now. But if he were to watch, do you know what he would say? It was semi-decent at best.
Awful. It was awful. Awful, terrible. Guys.
It's just terrible. Just leave it on mute. Mine was Stewart.
He does say that my name's Will Stewart. That is true. He does do that
all the time, like nonstop.
It's his go-to. Guys, Monday's matchup is a doozy. Kellen Sperlin taking on Alex Spellman for the 4th place match of Division 1. You're going to want to tune in for that one. It's going to be an absolute epic affair. Nick, any last words before you die?
This is over.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, and we will see you on Monday. Bye.